Oh yeah! Alrighty. Las Vegas, Nevada. A city known for bright lights, big bets, and taking chances. But tonight, we're not here for the strip. We're here for the Bullring. As we have the racers undergoing qualifying here at Giggity Racing League. We are on Giggity Racing League's YouTube channel here tonight as well. A tight short track where patience is tested, tempers can flare, and there's almost nowhere to hide. We're talking door-to-door racing, late braking moves, and double file restarts on top of that as well. And potentially a little bit of that chrome horn before its night is over. Welcome everybody to another night of sim racing here on Morris Motorsports Media. I'm Shane Morris and I'm coming up tonight. It's Helping Hands late model stocks at the Bullring. So we are watching our guys here undergo qualifying here as we watch Joey Brewer. He's going to sit in the P7 position. Tim Trowbridge ready to get out here. He's got his best lap so far. It's showing him at a 15.6, but it looks like he's getting ready to do them. I don't think we're watching them live, which is fine. Let's watch this really quick because we have Trowbridge and we have Stephen Harlow are the main two talking points of tonight with the championship standings. Let's go ahead and make sure we're live. We are live. Trowbridge does have the fastest lap. Harlow, he is struggling down there at the P6, running no qualifying laps yet. So, let's see where he goes. P2. Sometimes, guys, I just don't know what I'm talking about because these guys, like, I think Trowbridge, he wasn't in practice, so I think he's utilizing the qualifying laps here to kind of get his momentum going for the night. Stephen Harlow probably doing the same as well. We'll go ahead and we'll see what our grid points are going to be this evening here soon. But again, good evening, race fans, and welcome in. We're live and getting ready for another round of Giggity Racing League competition. Tonight, we've traded the big sweeping racetracks for one of the most demanding short tracks these drivers will face, the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is the kind of place where things happen fast. You don't have a lot of time to think about your next move. You got somebody filling your mirror on your outside and on your inside. If you got another driver right there in your front bumper, possibly. And if somebody makes mistakes 2 or 3 cars ahead of you, you've got about half a second to figure out what you're doing, where you're going, and how you're going to do it. And that's what makes tonight so exciting and fun. And before we go any further, we do have to recognize the sponsor that makes this entire series possible, Helping Hands Contractors. Really appreciate you guys for always letting us out into this awesome broadcasting booth, and so we can go ahead here and watch some awesome racing with these guys here at Giggity. Really appreciate you guys. Keep killing it. Huge thank you again. You guys are awesome. We're also proud to bring you tonight's action right here from Morris Motorsports Media booth in the Giggity Racing League YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being in here. Tell us who you're rooting for. Tell us who you think is going to win tonight. And while you're here, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel because we've got a full night of short track racing coming your way. As it looks like we do have our racers finishing qualifying, let's talk about the racetrack. Because again, tonight's isn't necessarily going to be about who has the most raw speed. The Bullring demands a little bit of everything. You got to qualify well. You've got to manage your tires. You've got to understand how your car changes over a run. But maybe most importantly, you've got to survive. Welcome in, Teddy. And again, track position is very important here as well. Passing isn't impossible, but when you've got two drivers running similar lap times, getting around somebody without using up your equipment can sometimes be a serious challenge for these drivers. So that's when you start seeing drivers change their line. Maybe you back up the corner a little bit. Maybe you try to get underneath somebody. Maybe you get a better drive off the corner and try to put your nose alongside them. And if none of that works, well, there's always the bumper. I'm not saying we're going to see it tonight, but it is short track racing. I wouldn't be surprised. And look at that. That'll do it for qualifying as we go ahead here and we watch our racers get all lined up. We have the pole winner here in Heat 1, Stephen Harlow. He will lead the field with the green light tonight for Heat 1. Fantastic lap, but now comes the hard part for him. I guess it's not really the hard part. It's just depending on where he wants to start. You've been seeing it week by week if you've been here back and forth here and there. These guys basically stay in this position here. Let's look at the grid for Heat 1 here. 10 laps go. Stephen Harlow, he's going to be in that number 6 car. And then we have P2 here. It is going to be Tarzan. He's going to be sitting in that 68 car. And then Andrew Plummer's yet to get his car out there. But P4 is going to be Kevin Tattersall in a beautiful camo. Really like that scheme. Then we have Austin Garrett here in the Patrick Star Mobile in the 213. Andrew Plummer still sitting in pits. Hopefully we get him here soon. Oh, there he is. I believe. Oh, still not here. Waiting for him to grid. You guys can ignore that P6 position. I did go out there in practice, ran a couple of laps. I ran about a 15.7, 15.8. It's not terrible. These guys out here, though, they're way faster than I am. I am not eligible for that. Andrew Plummer finally gridded up here. It looks like we have that black Honeymobile in the 98 car of Andrew Plummer starting in the P3 position. 10 awesome laps underway here soon. But I do want to go ahead and just bring one thing up. It's going to be tire management tonight. So, that being said, it's going to be incredibly easy to lose some of that wear in these late models. It's not going to be able to feel like Superman during the opening portion of the run. You start driving the car harder, you're getting back to the throttle earlier, you're leaning on that right rear tire a lot, everything feels great, and then later in the run, the bill comes due. Suddenly you're fighting forward to drive. The car doesn't rotate the way it did 20 laps ago, and that driver who let you drive away earlier, he's coming right back on your bumper. Lots of position changing is what I'm assuming is going to happen here tonight. Hopefully we don't look at any carnage. Everybody seems to do pretty good here. As we get ready to go ahead and we dive into heat number 1, the Stephen Harlow is going to go ahead and lead these guys green. And again, I'm Shane Morris. This is Giggity Racing League. And let's get ready to go green. His pace car is off.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Tarzan ripping it up on the high side of Harlow here. Might take advantage of him. Again, this is only be 10 laps, so we're going to see some aggressive racing out of these guys. they are going to go ahead and try to find what they are going to be having for the official race. What the grid startup's going to look like. Harlow just hugging that inside, neck and neck with Tarzan. Andrew Plummer not too far behind them either. Andrew Plummer sliding up on the inside of Tarzan. Tarzan losing it fast. Plummer seems to have gotten it from him on that inside here. Let's see what happens. Andrew Plummer's taking it away from Tarzan. Harlow into the wall a wee bit as we have a little bit of a battle here with Plummer and Tarzan. Tarzan dropping back a little bit as well. He's going to have the 213 of Austin Garrett in front of him as they drag race it out. Bring it up here to the front. As you already know, Stephen Harlow, usually sitting up there. Right behind him is going to be Andrew Plummer. We have Tarzan, Austin Garrett in that 213. And then we have Kevin Tattersall. He's chilling out. He knows what's ahead of him. Lots of laps to go for the main event, so he's probably not really worried about where he finishes in this little heat race that they got going on here. So 5 laps to go. Stephen Harlow still leading it up. Got Andrew Plummer right there on his rear bumper. Very curious to see if Plummer does go ahead and take advantage of this, and he might start in front of Harlow. Lots of single file racing between these guys. Not much position changing as we get into the final 3 laps to go. So we have Austin Garrett back here, followed by Kevin Tattersall. Tarzan, he's keeping his position. He snagged that P3. Yeah. They look a lot slower from up here in the blimp, I'll tell you that for free. As we watch them rip around the racetrack. Two laps, final lap. I always say 2 laps before they cross that start-finish line. Andrew Plummer, Stephen Harlow. Stephen Harlow looks to be taking P1 in the Heat 1. Andrew Plummer not too far behind him. Austin Garrett coming in 3rd. Tarzan coming in 4th. Kevin Tattersall going to be coming in that P5 position. As I said, he's probably not too worried about his way right there. As you've watched before, a lot of these drivers, they'll start off in a certain position, and then from there, it doesn't matter where you start with these guys. They're going to go ahead and big chill. So here we have Tim Trowbridge in that number 74 car. Gage Bennett right next to him. He's going to be in that SpongeBob car. I love this, that we have a Patrick and SpongeBob theme going on in tonight's race. That is super awesome. And then P3, I think it's just that P3 grid position just takes forever as we're waiting for Blake Tuggle to get out there, right where Andrew Plummer was. Well, right behind him, starting in P4, is going to be Joey Brewer. And I apologize. I thought I had this on for y'all. We got Joey Brewer. And then right behind him, we have Jack Mansour. As we have Blake Tuggle finally fill into our P3 position. Absolutely outstanding. Gonna have Trowbridge. He's gonna sneak up on the pace car here, running a little impatient. Warm that tires up for Trowbridge, giving us a little bit of a show. So we go ahead and we get ready to watch Heat 2, 10 laps of awesome racing. Really like that SpongeBob scheme of that 56. So I don't know if y'all saw it, but the other vehicle, the one that's Patrick, they both say I'm Dirty Dan on the back. So like if you look here at, oh, we're gonna do Far Chase here. We're gonna do Blake Tuggle. Oh, who is he? It's Gage Bennett. Gage Bennett here. We're gonna do the chase. It says I'm Dirty Dan. Pace car getting off the track here. We're going to go, and we're going to go ahead and get green here in a second
Green flag, green
of
flag.
Heat 2. here at Giggity Racing League. Bennett going to slingshot himself on the outside of Trowbridge here. Looks like they're going to stay in that double file formation. Jack Manser tucked up way behind. Seems to be just relaxing back here. Hope everything's all good with him. He might just be doing the same thing, wanting to start next to Taddy. As we go ahead, we have 8 laps to go. Trowbridge, I'm rooting for him. He's gonna come out P1 of this heat, as he does every week. Stephen Harlow leads his heat. Tim Trowbridge leads his heat. But Trowbridge looks to be having a bit of a fight with Gage Bennett here, as Bennett's just on that back bumper. There's not much of a gap between these two. Digging it real hard here. So we have 6 laps to go. I'll tell you guys this, I did bring my car here today. I hopped in for a few laps during the practice, and this is going to be a good race. You got to be able to hold that line and keep it steady, and there's a magic line here on this track at the Bullring, and once you find it, you're going to be set for a good race. And it seems that we have Trowbridge and Stephen Harlow. They both have their magic line. But again, this is only 10 laps. Maybe they're being too aggressive. Maybe they're having a lot of tire fall. We'll see. We'll see. So, Tim Trowbridge relaxing up there in P1. Gage Bennett coming in here in P2. Let's see what's going on back here. 91 of Blake Tuggle. Not too far off behind them. Joey Brewer. And we have Jack Manster in P5. Really just easing into those turns and giving it all she has on them straightaways. He's 0.3 seconds off of the Tim Trowbridge's time. As Trowbridge is in the wall a little bit. Final lap here between these two. Gage Bennett and Tim Trowbridge. Will Bennett pull some magic out of his pocket and pass Trowbridge for the win of Heat 2? He's on his inside. It looks like Trowbridge does successfully have it. Not too far off. Bennett was 0.13 seconds off of him. What a fantastic heat with these boys. Congratulations, Trowbridge, winner of Heat 2. All right, guys. As we go ahead here and we prepare for today's main event, do just want to go ahead and we're going to go over a couple of things. Now, tonight's race, it is going to be here at the Bullring. It's going to be 80 degrees. That track temperature's got to follow suit. They're going to have some cars driving on them, quick speeds. And then we got 16-mile-an-hour winds. Winds have a lot to do with racing, believe it or not. Them straightaways, if the wind's pushing from your rear, you're going to get a little bit of speed. If you're coming straight on headwinds, you're going to lose a little bit of speed. So, much luck to all these racers out here. Thank you guys all again for being out here. And we have Stephen Harlow and Trowbridge in our P1 and P2 positions. So we have Stephen Harlow. He is going to be the P1 starter of this race at the Bullring with 75 laps to go. As these guys underway their formation lap. So we have I apologize. I'm just making sure we're live. I was looking at it a little bit behind there. I'm so sorry, guys. All right. So, does that mean pace car is about to be off? I think pace car is about to be off. No, we got one more lap. All right. So, Stephen Harlow, P1. Tim Trowbridge, P2. Andrew Plummer is going to be P3. Gage Bennett, not too far behind him. Austin Garrett. Blake Tuggle. We have Tarzan. And then we have Joey Brewer. Kevin Tattersall. And we have Jack Manser. that is going to be the grid of this evening as we get ready to go ahead and have some green flag racing. Hoping so. And we can get this championship underway as we go ahead and get ready to go green, green, green. So in tonight's race, as I said, tire, traction, everything is going to be up to your equipment. Treat it wrong the first few laps, it's not going to be that fun for these guys. So such a good launch there for Harlow and Trowbridge as they are going to be fighting it up here. We have Plummer right behind them. It's the exact standings that we're seeing for this championship league. Championship points, I meant to say. I apologize. So we're going to go ahead here. Not much difference with Trowbridge and all them. Andrew Plummer fighting him for third, well, fourth. Fighting, keeping his position. I can't speak today, guys. I'm so sorry. Look at the middle of the pack here. We got Kevin Tattersall. He's going to be right there in the rear bumper of Tarzan in that 68 car. As we go ahead here, and we are within the first 10 laps. So after the first 10 laps, these drivers, we have not seen them out here on the track longer than that. Stephen Harlow dropping fast. It's going to be right there behind Andrew Plummer. Just line by line of cars. Kevin Tattersall finally got himself a bit of a gap between him and Blake Tuggle. Joey Brewer relaxing back here in the 62 car. He's conserving them tires. He's letting everybody else just burn them away. He don't care. Tim Trowbridge leading this race. Andrew Plummer is going to be in the P2. Stephen Harlow dropped back to third. And he has an issue lurking behind him of Gage Bennett trying to sneak up on his inside in these turns here. Hopefully everything can go swimming for these guys. And then we have Austin Garrett securing P5. Tarzan, P6. Kevin Tattersall is going to be in that P7 position. Right behind him, but not too far away, is going to be Blake Tuggle, and then Jack Manster, and then Joey Brewer. Lots of green flag racing here tonight. Really awesome. So a couple of things I do want to go ahead and mention again. Tonight, all eyes are on the top two in the points. We have Stephen B. Harlow and Tim Trowbridge. 7 starts into their seasons, 5 points paying races counting, and just 2 points between them. Harlow enters Oswego with 250 points. Trowbridge sits right behind him with 248. And I do apologize. It's not Oswego. This is the bullpen. And right behind him is going to be Andrew Plummer. He's climbed 2 positions in the standings and sits third with 210 points right now. So settle in, turn up the volume, and we're here at the Bullring. The championship picture is looking pretty great. Stephen B. Harlow, he does have 3 wins, 6 podiums, 7 top 5 finishes, and 7 top 10 finishes. 140 laps led this season. This means Harlow has finished inside the top 5 every single time he's started. He gets in that car, he's sitting there at that top 5, and he's just letting them know who he is. As we have Harlow sitting in 3rd place right now. We have a yellow flag underway. I'm sitting here talking, I'm sorry. It looks like we had a yellow with Tarzan. He was involved. Looks like a little bit of... He might have just came out of the pits. Let's go ahead and take a peek and see what happened. As we go ahead here and we see Tarzan. Is it a self-spin? Digging a little bit too hard. Oh, he gets assistance from the 213 there. As we said, guys, there's the inside, there's the outside, and then there's that bumper. Unfortunately, We saw some of that bumper here already this evening as we are in
I stood in the Tarzan.
the first 20 laps, man. First caution of the evening. As we go ahead, our leader's going to pit, and then we're going to have Kevin Tattersall. He's going to be staying out right behind him. Well, right in front of him is going to be Andrew Plummer. So these two didn't pit. So let's see what's going on here with these pit stints lengths. So Trowbridge went ahead here. He's going to put 18 laps and switch. Is it just full tires or did they just get gas? Let me see. What's their pit times? What's the pit stop times looking like? You're not going to show me the pit stop times? Pit lane times. Really? Is this one broken? It broke. Pit stop time. Come on. Love when data gets thrown up here to the booth. Unfortunately, we didn't get that. Pit stop time. No. Okay. But we did see Tarzan and we did see Gage Bennett get new tires here during this gonna go around. So we have P1 Andrew Plummer, P2 Kevin Tattersall.
Yeah, we're not going green.
Delayed green here. What's going on? Still have people in the pits, it looks like. People trying to catch up as well. But anyway, Hoosens. So Tim Trowbridge, 248 in points, only 2 points behind Stephen Harlow. If you're wondering how Trowbridge is only 2 points back, look at this. 7 starts, 7 podiums. That's ridiculous consistency. He has 2 wins, 7 podiums, and 7 top 5 finishes. 7 top 10s.
Green flag.
He's got 131 laps led. So although Harlow holds the advantage in victories, Trowbridge has not finished outside the podium all season according to these standings. That's how you stay in the championship fight. And then tonight at the Bullring, he doesn't need Harlow to have a disaster. He just needs to beat him. So hopefully we do see that here tonight as we go underway. 18 laps completed thus far. Andrew Plummer is going to be our race leader. Gage Bennett is going to be right behind him, shooting for that inside, hopefully making a pass here as Plummer goes far outside here. Lost a lot of momentum there. Trowbridge right behind him. Kevin Tattersall as well right behind Trowbridge. Playing it pretty aggressive. Hopefully we see Tattersall here shoot for that inside of Trowbridge. So we have Gage Bennett leading for 2 laps now. 21 laps completed here at the Bullring. Let's go through the field. Gage Bennett is going to be P1 in the 56. Andrew Plummer is going to be P2 in that 98. Tim Trowbridge is going to be sitting right there in P3 in the 74. Kevin Tattersall, P4 in the 30 mobile. Right behind them is Tarzan, who was unfortunately involved in that incident. He found himself a lucky pit time and got himself out there in P5. We have Kevin Tattersall dropped back a position. Andrew Plummer shoots past Tattersall. Stephen Harlow sitting back here at 6th. Blake Tuggle, P7. Jack Manser is going to be P8. Joey Brewer, P9. And then Austin Garrett and the other I'm Dirty Dan, Patrick Starmobile. So we have Austin Garrett back here. Gage Bennett up here. And who's the real Dirty Dan? Lots of tarnage. I hear Tattersall into the wall. Not too sure what happened there. Lots of right front damage. Hopefully he doesn't have any tire damage. I guess not lots of right front damage. I know these cars are offset a little bit. Looks like Kevin Tattersall is going to take her to pits and possibly get repairs done, or he's just racing that apron. He's going to go ahead and he's going to get some repairs taken done. Yeah, right side damage right there. Hope all gets fixed pretty quick for you, Kevin. Good luck out there, my man. As we watch
Yellow flag is out.
a yellow flag come out. Andrew Plummer involved. Doesn't appear to be much damage here. Let's go ahead and let's see what we have going on. Let's see what happened. Andrew Plummer looks like into the wall here. Let's see what happens here. Bringing her into a little bit of slow-mo. He's right there behind Trowbridge. Did he just hit the apron wrong, or it doesn't appear so? He just comes out of the turn, loosey-goosey, tries to correct it. Does he slam himself into the wall? He does not. So good thing we didn't see much damage. Self-spun, recorrected, all good to go. Lost quite a few positions here as they all come out of pit road. Gage Bennett going to stay out there. And again, I don't think he's taking any tires. No, Bennett is on new tires. And so is the rest of the field now. Only person out there that's not on new tires thus far is Andrew Plummer, who I do see. Is he getting tires? He is in pit lane. It looks like we are going to go and get tires here. So, Andrew Plummer, he looks to have the freshest tires in the field in regards to this graph here. You look at that, the different colors, we finally figured it out, is when they switch. So, 18 laps for Gage Bennett on his first set.
We will delay again to let people catch
12 laps on his second set.
Hang on, we're not going green.
We have a delayed green, as we did hear one of our race control state. They're just waiting for people to catch up here. The Bullring is a very small track. Not much time to get a lot done. So, if you want to join a league that's fair, treats everybody well, make sure you go ahead here and you give Giggity Racing League a try. Pop on in, join a few races, see if it's there for you.
who's in the wrong lane on the bottom.
As we go ahead here, and we're getting close to a green flag, as we have Kevin Tattersall is going to be sneaking back up from pit lane. Looks like most of his repairs are done. I know he's got a big indent right there on his right side, but he's going to be a lap down or so as we go ahead and we get restarted and we watch the battle for first. Let's go ahead and hide that there and out of your guys' way. Gage Bennett into the wall there, a little bit scrapey-papey. 213 inside, hits the wall. Tim Trowbridge involved. Oh my goodness. Tattersall almost involved in another one.
I wasn't expecting you to come down so quick.
Tim Trowbridge in the wreck. You're position 2 in points. This is just about to be. Must have slid off, cut his nose off the 213. Trowbridge, heavy inside wall. Not much damage from what I see here. Hopefully everything's all good with that. I am very curious of this, though. Who is the one that doesn't know how to use their brake pads? Is that? It looks like it was involved with right here. Who is this? So they get around. Kevin Tattersall, he's good. Oh, 62 just does not know how to use his brakes and rolls down the tracks. It's perfectly fine. That happens. It is what it is. We move forward, we learn, and we get on to better racing. I mean, as I was telling you guys here earlier, this is going to be a very intense race tonight. As I said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to see some action. We're going to see some competition, and we're going to see some aggravation here at the Bullring. Now, that being said, these drivers, they are all pretty level-headed. Nobody's screaming at each other. We do have radio on. So it's always a good thing to have a level-headed pack out there that understands that things happen. There's some apologies distributed to each other.
We're not going green.
Another delayed green here. But again, you don't have a lot of time to think of about your next move at this track. Something happens, it's happening. You got somebody filling your mirror, you got another driver in front of your bumper, and usually whenever somebody does make a mistake, 2 or 3 cars ahead of you, you got about half a second to figure out what you're doing and where you're going. And that's what is making tonight so much fun. So, We're also, again, going to thank Helping Hands Contracting for sponsoring tonight's race. Huge gratitude to you guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Really appreciate you guys always filling this in here every week. And if you're watching live, get in the chat. Tell us who you're rooting for and tell us who you think is winning tonight. Would really appreciate that. I have my bets here. I'm going to throw an underdog out there. I think we're going to have that feller there of Andrew Plummer. Andrew Plummer's winning tonight. He deserves those points. Get him out there. Get him up there closer to the Trowbridge and Stephen Harlow for this championship season. As we just watched Gage Bennett just take control, absolute control of this track here tonight. So a little bit of a battle we got going on here between Stephen Harlow and Trowbridge. And then we got right there Taddy almost clipping his inside. Taddy gonna get around him. Can he do it? He's a lap down, but he still deserves a race. He's saying, hey Harlow, you're back here. You're in my territory. Let's go. So it does look like Harlow did get a little bit of a love tap like Tattersall. But Tarzan did pass Bennett for P1 as we were looking out through the pack. Austin Garrett's going to be in P4. He's up a position from his start. But we're going to see the SpongeBob mobiles come together here as, oh my goodness. Tarzan just blinked out of here. He's holding P1. Gage Bennett right there on his inside on each of these turns, digging it hard as we watch Tarzan dig it really hard there. That shredded a good couple laps of life out of those tires. See, he's getting a little sideways. Absolutely. We come back here, 91. It's going to be Blake Toggle. He's going to be here at the P7 position. Stephen Harlow sitting back here in P6. Tim Trowbridge, P5. Austin Garrett is going to be in P4. Andrew Plummer, P3. Gage Bennett, P2. Tarzan, P1. So he really digs into it out of that turn 3 and 4. I'm really enjoying this fight here. I'm hoping Gage Bennett pulls through and just gets him here. Passes him, forces him to the outside or something. But I'm a little worried on how close that right front of Gage Bennett is getting to Tarzan, though. Digs in a little deep. He is on his inside. Gage Bennett sucking it down to the inside here. He's going to go ahead and he does pass for P1. Right far behind him is going to be Andrew Plummer. As Andrew Plummer's in the back of Tarzan here. As these guys go ahead and they correct it. Lost a lot of momentum there with these two. Not really. They're staying there. Gage Bennett didn't take off. Not that much of a gap that I was expecting between these guys. But what a fight for second here. As we have Tarzan and Andrew Plummer dueling it out. Drag racing it out here. Andrew Plummer trying not to get into him and shove him to the outside. But Tarzan not really giving him much room to work with as he's shoving him down there. Right behind these two is going to be Tim Trowbridge in P4. We have a battle here for second. Andrew Plummer successfully snuck to the inside of Tarzan. Tarzan's not letting him go too easily. But now Tarzan's got a lot more to worry about. He's got Tim Trowbridge right behind him on his inside. He's going to be right there at that inside rear. As Plummer takes it successfully. Andrew Plummer is going to be in your P2. Tim Trowbridge now fighting it out for Tarzan for P3. Not too far behind Tarzan. No, Trowbridge there is going to be Garrett. And that Patrick Starmobile. Almost got a little bit of the inside of that Tarzan. So we watch Tim Trowbridge successfully take third. Tarzan for a fight in his life, slowly dropping positions by position. Because not too far behind Austin Garrett's going to be Stephen Harlow, your championship contender. As we have 29 laps to go here tonight at the Bullring. We are watching the 68 of Tarzan. He's just ripping it hard. He's damn near drifting this thing. What a great battle for P4 as he doors the 213 a little bit, shoving him hard to that inside. He really wants to be back on that inside racing line, I can tell. As he goes ahead and he sucks it back into the inside racing line here. Right behind him is going to be Stephen Harlow. Gage Bennett, absolutely disgusting lead right here with only 26 laps to go. Looks like Stephen Harlow sucked it into the wall there, lost a lot of positions there. So let's go through the field here. Gage Bennett, your race leader, up 3 positions of tonight. Then we got Andrew Plummer, not too far behind him, who I said is going to win. Andrew Plummer has this one in the bag today. I'm saying it now. Tim Trowbridge, not far behind him. He's going to be in that P3 position. And then Austin Garrett in the Patrick Starmobile. He's going to be in that P4. P5 is going to be Tarzan, who's dropping like a bug. He was leading the race about 15 laps ago. Stephen Harlow in your P6 position. Jack Manser, P7. Joey Brewer is going to be in your P8. Then Kevin Tattersall hanging on back here, a couple laps down because of unforeseen damage that occurred. So a few laps down here, but you never know. Maybe we'll get another yellow or so. He'll get his lucky dog. If there is lucky dog. If not, he's got to be a lucky dog and start passing the entire pack. So again, just to take a look at this, guys. 21 laps to go. Gage Bennett, he's on the oldest set of tires here, right next to Garrett. Austin Garrett's got 35 laps down on them tires. We got Gage Bennett, he's got 37 laps. Person out here on the freshest tires is going to be Tuggle. I think Tuggle parked it. No, he didn't. Blake Tuggle parked it. So that's the crazy thing is you got Bennett, SpongeBob Mobile, 38 tires, and then you got Austin Garrett, Patrick Star Mobile, 30. You got 37. So these two are on radio. They're definitely teammates here. Same strategy between them both, and they're both in the top 5. So, super awesome strategy between these two. Hopefully it pays off. I know and Tim Trowbridge sneaking up not too far behind Gage Bennett. And then Andrew Plummer. I'm telling you this. Andrew Plummer's got it in the bag. He's just got to he's got to dig in a little bit harder. And then he's got this race in the bag here. Because I just heard somebody smack the wall. Was that a little bit of Trowbridge action up there? Not necessarily. This is not Stephen Harlow's night. He's in the top 5, but not where he wants to be. He wants to have himself right there in front of Tim Trowbridge. But Trowbridge is right where he wants to be, right there in front of Harlow. So some fantastic racing going on here. Definitely want to go ahead here, and I want to see how aggressive it is getting as Trowbridge is sneaking up on it. Gage Bennett here. Let's hop in the car and go to helmet cam and see what's going on. Some lap traffic here. As we have 13 laps to go, can Gage Bennett hang on to it? I know Tim Trowbridge is right there behind him here as we hop on Trowbridge's helmet cam. Really holding that wheel to 90 degrees to the left there, forcing that car to go where he needs it to go. some lapped traffic in front of our 2 leaders here. Andrew Plummer just trying to catch up and join this battle here. Seems like he might be gaining on them a little bit. As we get into the final 10 laps here tonight at the Bullring, Gage Bennett is going to be our leader right now. And I do want to just go ahead and double check here, because I know Gage Bennett, he has not been in too many races here on the short track series. Where does he stand? As we have lap traffic into the wall there. Gage Bennett does stand right now at P19 in overall points at 75 points. 175 down from Trowbridge. As Trowbridge goes ahead here and sees the advantage point. He's got some lapped traffic trying to get out of it. 68 of Tarzan. He's going to go a lap down here now. As Gage Bennett and Tim Trowbridge fight for the win here at the Bullring here in Las Vegas. So as we get to the final 6 laps, got Gage Bennett P1, Tim Trowbridge P2. Right behind them is Andrew Plummer in the P3 position. A few lap cars behind him and Trowbridge. Austin Garrett going to be P4. Stephen Harlow is going to be P5. Jack Manser in P6. Tarzan P7. And then got Kevin Tattersall back here in P8. Joey Brewer and P9. As we have 5 laps to go here at the Bullring here at Las Vegas. Intenseness and intensity is all I can say here for these two. Because again, just taking a look at it, we got 53 lap old tires for Gage Bennett, 41 lap old tires for Trowbridge. So Trowbridge got a little bit more life in his wheels than Bennett does. As Trowbridge may have gotten in the wall there a little bit. As we watch these two battle it out for 3 more laps. I'm sorry, that was not Trowbridge. That's going to be Tarzan. Tarzan is doing his best. He's been struggling on some of those tires over here. 2 laps to go. Gage Bennett might have this one in the books. I was wrong. Andrew Plummer is going to be taking a top 3. Well, we are on our final lap here. Absolutely insane. Gage Bennett, is he going to take it? Tim Trowbridge is going to be in P2. Trowbridge is right where he needs to be. Going to be right there in front of Stephen Harlow as Gage Bennett takes the victory here tonight with Trowbridge right behind him. Andrew Plummer in P3. That is your top 3.
I was trying to hold you off as hard as I could.
These guys put on an amazing show for us here tonight. Super awesome racing with these guys. Out freaking standing. Oh my goodness.
And 4, yes.
So that was a little bit of a bump and run between these guys. And it was just such outstanding racing. So through the final corner, Gage Bennett does successfully go ahead and take that lead. As we go ahead here and we watch him just burn it down. Burn it down, Bennett. You deserve it there, bud. He's Dirty Dan, by the way. So we're going to go ahead here. We're going to get our top 3. Look at his teammate here, the 213. Get him frame. What a fun race. We go TV3. You see both the teammates out there. Austin Garrett just wants to burn a little bit of rubber with his buddy here. What a great win. Let's go ahead and get these guys up here for some... Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead here. We got Gage Bennett. He is going to go ahead and get dragged up here really quick. Mr. Bennett, you got me? You hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Bennett, my man, congratulations. What an awesome win. It's just, you're a winner at the Bullring, man. First of all, take me through those final laps. What was going through your head there with Trowbridge sneaking up on you so fast, man? He was catching you.
Don't look in the mirror, whatever you do. That's all I could think is just focus on my line and just keep looking ahead. And that's all I tried to do. I kept messing it up a little bit, but I held him off just not long enough. I think he was going to get me if we had a few more laps. So
Absolutely. I mean, did you feel like you had the best car tonight, or was this race where you had to manage what you had?
I feel like I had a pretty decent car. I feel like I took tires early and I gambled on 2. Everybody else went 4 early on. So that kind of helped me. And I think I just, I don't know, I just rolled with that and just hoped for the best. And obviously it worked out.
I mean, you were on some of the oldest tires there. You and it was Austin Garrett. Is that one of your teammates?
Yeah, that's my buddy, my teammate there. Yeah, I think he was just having a little rough night. He didn't know which group to follow, and yeah, he just kind of got stranded out there. So
I mean,
but
hey,
he still did pretty good.
Yeah, awesome paint scheme selection. I love the I'm Dirty Dan, Patrick, and SpongeBob. But that's super awesome. I love that a lot. Now,
yeah, thank you.
You know, was there a moment tonight where you thought that this race may have gotten away from you at all?
You know, I wasn't quite sure once Tarzan got past me, because that's where I thought maybe the tire difference would come in, because I did have a few laps on mine. But obviously I just kept my head down and I just focused forward, and it worked out for me. So I don't feel like I was ever at a super disadvantage, but I definitely thought I was going to go backwards at that point.
Well, awesome. Well, it's such an outstanding win. Good to see you up here on the podium, man. I know it's been an awesome season for you. I know you're sitting there P19 for points, so this has to be huge for you and your team for the championship run here. I know P19 is not the most fanciest, but hopefully this will throw you up into the top 15 here. You're definitely going to go forward a bit. So
yeah,
super awesome racing, man. And then finally, how big is it to you to get a win here at the Helping Hands Late Model Stocks, man?
I mean, it's huge. Obviously, any win I can get is I appreciate everybody behind me and helping me get here. And yeah, I don't know. It's awesome. I can't put it into words really. It's always work to get one of these. A lot of fast guys in here. So
absolutely, man. Well, congratulations. You're the winner at the frickin' Bullring, man.
Yes,
super
sir.
Awesome race from you. Thank you so much for an awesome show. I mean, dude, plenty of green laps out there from you guys, so really appreciate that. It's awesome. Go out there, celebrate this win. Hopefully we'll see you here next week as we go and take on those Wayland Modifieds, and we'll see another win out of you.
Yeah, I'll probably be there next week.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Bennett, you have a wonderful night, my man.
You too. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go ahead here, and we're going to get our boy Trowbridge up here, who is going to go ahead and be second place of the evening. Now, with that being said, though, does not mean it's a negative. He did such an outstanding race. Such an outstanding race with Trowbridge here. We're going to get him over here into the box. Let's see. We're going to move him over here to broadcast room. There he goes. Trowbridge, you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Trowbridge, my man, congratulations on second. Another yet pole position for you, basically. Well, I guess not pole. I guess you're on the podium. I've got the pole stuck in my mouth from last week. But, so close tonight from where I was sitting. It looked like you had a couple opportunities late there. If you had a few more laps, I feel like you would have been catching, Mr. Bennett up there. Take me through what was going through your head.
Oh, this place is tough. It's really a single groove, and you got to really hope that somebody either has a really, really big tire differentiation between each other, or just somebody's got to screw up. And Gage held a great defensive line for the last, whatever that last stint was, for 15, 20 laps, and that was awesome. But it was definitely a tough. It's such a small place, but got kind of caught out early a little bit on one of the yellows, but luckily we were able to reconvene at the front and take a challenge. Gage was doing great. I had a couple moves on him, but unfortunately I couldn't get close enough. He was too good on the line, and the lap traffic didn't help me enough.
I hear you there. Well, I mean, may have not gotten the win here tonight, but you did finish in front of Stephen Harlow. Such a huge thing for you with this championship, with the points and everything.
We're tied.
I know.
If you've looked, we're tied.
No, you guys going into this race right here, you guys were 2 points off. He's sitting there at,
point, and now we are tied.
you guys are tied going into next week, or?
Yep.
That's awesome.
If you go to overall, we are tied for the lead.
Let me refresh this here. Yes, you are. Yes, you are indeed. Next week is going to be super exciting in those Wayland Modified. Are you ready?
Oh, we're going to have a blast. I know it.
Well, awesome, man. Well, congratulations again. Second place. Good win for you in regards to the points here over Harlow. But next week, you got me excited now, man. Anybody you want to thank out there?
Got to thank you guys in the booth. Got to thank all the Giggity admins and everybody that puts this stuff on, and all the fans watching there on the stream. And finally, as always, got to thank the wife and the family for letting me do this crazy stuff at 10, 11 p.m. at night.
Hey, it never gets old here, and you thank the family, man. I'm glad I get that from you almost every week. So at least you could tell them, hey, go look at the broadcast. Love you guys, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, you have yourself a wonderful night. You enjoy that celebration over Harlow. You know, not a defeat here today in your book.
Yeah, no, looking forward to the next one.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful night.
See you guys.
Plumber, my man, you got us up here?
Yeah, what's up, brother?
What's up, Plumber? Dude, I went into this race saying this is going to be the day that you're going to take home the W. You're going to be sitting up there in P1, man. What happened out there? Take me through it.
No, we I mean, I thought I started off in a decent place of the race, so I think I ended up second row inside, which isn't a bad place to be. I hadn't quite didn't get a lot of practice time, unfortunately, on this one, so I was just trying to quickly dial myself in on my brake bias and stuff like that during, and caught a little bit of a bad break with a mechanical issue on my wheel here, and actually ended up bringing out a caution, which I always hate to be the reason of any caution, but took the opportunity to get some tires. Luckily, it looked like quite a few guys were going into the pits, and we had some guys that had some damage to repair. So it took me not all the way to the tail of the field. And so when we restarted, I was able to grab a couple spots. I think I was running P3 behind, or actually, no, I was running P2.
Yes, you're right there behind Garrett.
Yeah, man, I followed, I believe it was Gage, just right up into the outside wall and bent the right front pretty bad. And so Tim was running right behind me, and he was making a hard charge anyways. But the second that happened, I hollered him at the radio. I knew I was bent when we went into the first corner and kind of let him go. Made some crazy changes. I rolled the brake bias all the way to the rear, tried to enter early just to get the car to turn, to try to see if I could make it the rest of the laps. And I think I just got a little bit of luck there that I didn't have anybody close enough to quite run me down. But yeah, man, I think I had the speed for it. Even when I'd raced with Gage previously, I was right there with him. I felt like I could outlast him on the tires, the heat race. I think I could have won that if I really, would have pushed really hard. So yeah, it was a good track for me. We just, made a couple mistakes that cost us a chance to run for the win. Obviously, both those guys running up front were crazy fast, so who knows what would have happened. I mean, I even heard Tim talking at the end that he was trying his butt off and he could get close, but he just couldn't quite get around him. So definitely not, saying that it would have been a shoe-in, but I felt like it was a good track for us, that we had a good opportunity, just fell a little bit short.
Absolutely, man. I mean, I feel like a lot of the biggest thing I saw from up here in the booth was definitely some lap traffic. Was that a thing that was a little bit of
we didn't see it till the end. And even whenever I felt like the car was going to recover at the end, I'd found a way around the damage that I would still feel like, and I could stay within at least a couple tenths. And we caught that lap traffic, and to be honest with you, I wasn't so sure that it was going to really, and there was a couple guys racing for position, granted, and so that's a kind of a tough thing, that people talk about. And I'm more err on the side of caution, of telling guys, you don't need to get out of the way, just hold your line. If I'm fast enough, I'll race around you. Unless it's just one of those tracks that you just can't. But So there's a couple guys racing for position, but then as soon as they kind of got around, there was one car that seemed like he was going to race me pretty hard, and then finally let me around. But I don't know that it would have made the difference for me. Definitely could have, without the damage, or maybe gave me a little bit closer race with the front guys. But, not one of those things I got too upset about, just knowing how I had made some mistakes myself to kind of put myself in that position.
Well, man, still got a podium tonight, even though there was some things that did occur. It's a podium at the Bullring. That's huge. It's going to look good for your points as well. You were in front of Harlow, so that's enough said.
Yeah.
It looks like you had a great front row seat to a battle ahead of you, which was awesome. So are you ready for next week in the Wayland Modified?
I'm ready, man. Modifieds, it seems to be one of those ones that guys struggle with, and I actually really love to run the Modifieds. And so I'm excited about it. I'm excited about having a real loose race car that is barely manageable. I like to run right there on the edge, so I'm ready.
Awesome. Well, fantastic. Well, hopefully you go ahead here, you get your car all fixed up, get that right side unbent and everything for the next time we're going to be in these late stocks. But, dude, next week, whip out your Wayland Modified and let's go at her. We'll see you then.
Yeah, man, I'm ready. Appreciate it as always.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful night.
You too. We'll see you.
You heard it here, guys. P3. Whoa. Touching a lot of buttons here. Andrew Plummer, who my predicted winner would have been, but as he said, bent up that right side a little bit. That's perfectly fine. So, well, let's take one final look at today's finishing order. So again, tonight, your winner, it is going to go ahead and be... Ooh, come on. Oh my gosh. There we go. Gage Bennett, he is going to be your race winner here tonight at the Bullring. And then coming home second is going to be Tim Trowbridge. And then rounding out the podium is going to be Andrew Plummer. P4 goes to Austin Garrett. Stephen Harlow, P5. Jack Manser, P6. And then Tarzan, P7. P8, Kevin Tattersall. Joey Brewer in that P9. And Blake Tuggle in that P10. Well, race fans, that's going to do it from the Bullring. And this place certainly lived up to its name tonight. We had some close racing. We had some contact. Definitely had some strategy going on as well. And we had drivers trying desperately to hang on. And when the checkered flag finally came out, it was Gage Bennett standing on top. Once again, congratulations to the night's winner. And a massive thank you to Helping Hands Contractors for their continued support for this late model stock series and the short track series here at Giggity Racing League. And thank you to the viewers for spending your night with us. If you've enjoyed the night's broadcast, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn those notifications on so you do not miss any of the action coming up here when we go and take on the Wayland Modifieds. The Wayland Modifieds are going to go ahead here, and we are going to be at the Oswego Speedway. So that is going to take place next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there. Well, for everyone involved in Giggity Racing League, thank you. Helping Hands, thank you. And for all of us here at Motorsports Media, I'm Shane Morris. Real drivers, real racing, real close. We'll see you next time. Good night from the Bullring.
I drove 1,000,000 miles to make it all worthwhile. Where can you take me? Where do you want me to be? Inside this carousel, it's either hell or hell, and there's no going back, there's nothing new to see. I've lost the scenery, my mind's machinery. Seems like Hollywood is starting to catch fire. Under a starlit sky, I see you and I. In some way it gets me every time. We know just where you come from, we keep on falling. We're as lonely you are.